thank you for watching. I have my special guest here, Emily, from Foil Me, Australia, the home of the PinUp Originals. So I want to say welcome, Emily.
Hello, how are you, Brad?
Great, great. Well, it's been a bit since we've chatted before, and I know you've got a lot of exciting things on your plate. There's lots of things happening. I know you just launched some new foils and things like that.
Yeah.
But for our audience that wants to know, just give us a little bit about your background. First, where do you come from? So where is Foil Me situated?
Okay, so Foil Me is situated in little old Adelaide in Australia. Mm-hmm. It's funny because a lot of people think we come from, Sydney or Melbourne, one of the bigger cities. But yeah, just the city of churches, it's known as. So,
okay. So what would the population be in Adelaide?
Oh gosh, I'll have to ask my assistant, Matt.
Oh, really? You can have just a guesstimation. It's fine. You don't know. It's small in comparison, I guess, to the other one.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not. Yeah, geography isn't my forte, unfortunately.
Well, I'm with you there. So just tell us a little bit about yourself before we go into a little bit more about your story and the foils and things like that.
Okay, I've just been told it's 1.25 million. Thanks, Monique.
Really? Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That's not so small. Well, then Melbourne and them must be huge. Then.
Yeah, well, I think Australia's 7 or 8 million or something.
Really?
So.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So give us a little bit about your background. So how did you start off? What's your humble beginnings? What were you like as a child?
Oh, you don't want to know all that. Well, I'm a high school teacher trained. Yeah. Like, that's my sort of profession. But I now am, I guess, an entrepreneur. Like, when people ask, so what do you do? I guess I say, well, I help hairdressers all around the world in, providing hair foils for them. Mm-hmm. And then people say, oh, so you're a bit of an entrepreneur. I've never really thought of myself as that. Yeah. But, yeah, I guess I am now.
So did you find the shift from being a teacher into an entrepreneur, was it an easy one? Was it an easy shift? How did that story kind of come about?
I think it came about because my husband is an entrepreneur already, mm-hmm. and he came up with the idea of pre-cut foils after he saw me at the hairdresser with foil in my hair.
Oh, okay, yes.
Yeah, and my best friend's a hairdresser as well, so we've been best friends since 15 years old. So I won't tell you because then I'll give away my age, but yeah, I love that. And so I used to see her cut foils, mm-hmm. and I saw what hairdressers go through as well. Yeah. Colorists, stylists is how you guys, that's what hairdressers are called in Australia, but you guys call stylists. Is that correct?
Yeah, stylists. Yeah, stylists.
Yeah,
stylists. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. So I saw how much. She went through just in the industry as well, and just wanted to help her and help other hairdressers as well, because I think you're really beautiful people.
Yeah, I know for me personally, the Grip Me Originals, I've tried them. They're amazing. I especially find on fine limp hair where I've had struggles as a hairstylist trying to have the foils get as close to the root as possible. They would always slide down, but I find with the Grip Me Originals, when you put those foils on, they stay, they're secure, it makes my time faster, and my end result is, a lot more beautiful, and I know my clients can really see a difference from a basic foil roll to the Grip Me Original foils as well.
Oh, thank you, Brad.
Oh,
that's what we tried to do. Of course.
You get rave reviews from clients, not only stylists, but even then the stylist clients as well. You're doing exactly something right. So you say that your husband is an entrepreneur as well. So how did you guys...
Speaking of my husband, sorry, that's him calling. Sorry about that.
It's okay. Yeah. with your husband being an entrepreneur,
Yeah.
how did it kind of get started? So then he had the idea
Yeah.
that we should do some foils. So you can't just go from having an idea of having foils and then overnight there's the foils. What kind of process and timing does it take from an idea into something to manifest into something material?
Yeah, well, we because my husband already had connections with our manufacturers through his business, which is a cheese business.
Oh, awesome!
Yeah, it's called Muchos Nachos. So yeah, it's the sort of gooey melted sort of cheese. I think you get it in basketball stadiums there.
Yes, yeah.
All over. Anyway, yeah, so because we had those connections already, what we did over, I think it was over about 6 months, is we went to different hairdressers around Adelaide, and we used their feedback as well as my best friend's feedback on what they wanted in a foil, what they could see, working, because I don't have any hairdressing background at all. When I was little, I used to cut my own hair, and my mum used to have to take me to the hairdresser and get it cut. So, yeah. But I love dressing up my Barbie dolls and doing all, so I've always had a passion for hair.
Oh, of course, and being sitting in the salon yourself and having foils having the foils put in, you kind of see what a hairstylist goes through, and you thought there must be something, easier. For them, and too, well, probably for your experience as well, not only for the stylist, but you sitting there, if anything could make your process better, your result better, your timing better, because obviously too, if you're a mom with kids or just somebody who's active or just really busy, you don't want to spend 4 hours in a salon just to have a few, foils put in your hair.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we get feedback all the time how it just cuts out so much time for people. Not just the fact that it comes out of the tissue box, but also, the fact that, if it's not sliding, then you're not having to keep putting it in, and the little bubbles as well on the embossing, it allows the air to circulate around those little bubbles, which then...
okay.
Yeah.
Now, that's something I didn't know. I thought that was just a gripping part. But at least, it makes more sense. So it allows oxidation to happen, and that the hair would process actually a lot better and stuff like that as well. So if somebody were to get the foils, where now are they able to purchase them?
Yeah, so in Australia we have about 6 distributors now, and then we have our website as well, so people order off our website, both Australia and US. So we also have a lot of New Zealand foil me lovers, so they email me, and then I will set up a little order request for them, or they can actually order from our Australian website. But yeah, a lot of the US and Canada foil me lovers just order from our USA website. Instagram is huge for me to be able to connect to you guys as well. So I get a lot of DMs, people asking.
Oh, that's amazing, because I know personally I love them, and I'm going to do, you don't know about this, but I'm going to do a personal plug for you right now, Emily, because I know here in Canada that everybody loves them. I know in the U.S. people are using them like stage after stage after stage, because a lot of my friends, they're all educators, they're all platform artists, they're all stylists in salons, they absolutely love them. So I want to put a plug out right now to anybody who's a distributor in Canada or the U.S., if you can message Emily at the end of this here, connect with her, because I know she would really love to have you on board, and I know myself in Canada would be so happy if you're on board, and I know my friends in the U.S. as well would really love if you carry Foil Me foils, because if you don't, you're really losing out. So, talking about foils, you got something you just did that's so amazing that no one else has done. What did you do, Emily?
I actually have a So these are our pastel pinks are nobles, aren't they beautiful?
Yeah, so beautiful.
So basically, they work exactly like our originals, which are our most popular and which a lot of people are using over there in Canada and US. So they have a little grip on them, but the added advantage of them being pink. So it's really awesome for you guys to be able to keep track of your low lighting and your highlighting, so you don't have to fix them up.
So it doesn't matter what side you use. You can use the pink side or the silver side.
Well, if you want the grip factor inside and you want the colour to be retained, then it's better that you use the silver. And that way, once you're done, you've got that pretty pink that you see on the outside as well. Yeah.
But you say pink, but it's not just any pink, is it?
It's not just any pink, no. This is actually designed in collaboration with Cherie Noble, who is a Redken certified artist, as well as Jennifer Hawkins, hairdresser. So she's a celebrity colorist. She does other celebrities here in Australia as well.
Amazing.
And she's an amazing, beautiful, beautiful person, Cherie. Very down to earth, and couldn't have thought of anyone better to do a pink foil, because her hair is actually pink. She I think it's blonde at the moment, but she goes through stages of pink, blonde. Yeah, but so we came up with this colour together to, I guess it's an original colour. There are no other.
No, I've never seen a color as beautiful, as nice, as soft, as fresh, as the one there. Because a lot of them tend to be harder or things like that, where I think it just has just a soft, amazing shade. I imagine it took some time. It wasn't the same overnight. You said, okay, we'll do a pink foil. The next day you had a pile of pink foils, waiting at your doorstep. So what would it take to get from, just to have one colored? I can't imagine that's an easy process.
No, basically when you come up with a colour that you'd like to use, the other reason why I decided to use pink as well is because pink is like a shade from red, and red is the universal colour of love.
Yes.
So the psychology involved with using a pink foil, especially this shade, is it does make you happier when you're when you're using it, which then increases productivity as well. So for salon owners, who are using this with their staff, and also the most important thing is your clients, because if they fall in love with the foils, then they're going to fall in love with their hair, and then they're going to keep coming back. So but basically the pink, it took us around about 8 months.
Oh, wow.
From the time that I came up with the idea to asking Cherie, and then Cherie, getting back to me on it, and then finding a colour that would suit, both of us that we liked. And then for our manufacturers to actually come up with that colour, and so it took a good 8 months, I'd say.
Yeah, and I guess a lot of people think, well, you can just whip it up and it happens overnight, but it's probably not going to be as nice, or probably not going to be the color that you want either. But I know that a lot of people have been exposed to your foils, because I know you do sponsor a lot of different events and things like that, where you have people in the industry that do events that, it helps with getting out your product there. Yes, I know the last time we talked, you were pretty much, I don't know if it was sold out of everything. Everybody just wanted your foils, and the demand was so great. And I'm saying that's what it is, because if you didn't have an amazing product, people wouldn't want what you have. But obviously they do. I've tried it. I love it. I recommend it. You know what I mean? A lot of my friends all use it, and if they haven't, they're missing out. But the Foil Me foils are especially where it's at, and as I say, it's a great team. I found the process very easy through just ordering, or you can order right from the website as well, or just give you a call, things like that. But as I say, if we have an amazing distributor in the U.S., an amazing distributor in Canada, So if somebody wanted to get a hold of you, what are the best ways to get a hold of you? Like your website, email address, or for ordering, things like that? Or they just want to go online and check them out?
Yeah, so our email address is hello@foilme.com.au, and we have myself, the lovely Monique, and we have another assistant who's just starting today, actually.
Oh, wow.
Monique's doing some training.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah. And then, we have our website. Obviously, there's a contact button there on our website. But Instagram as well, you can DM us through Instagram.
Okay.
We try and make things really easy for you guys. So whatever you prefer, Instagram, Facebook, email, we're here for
And
you.
everything
So,
is pretty much under the same title. It's all Foil Me, or is it Foil Me Foils?
The website is foils.com, and then our Instagram is @foilmefoils.
Okay.
And I tried to have Foil Me, but Foil Me was already taken, so I had to do the foils on the end of Instagram. Yeah. So some people do get confused. I'm sorry about that.
But I think people know, or I think most people just naturally just call, Foil Me Foils, even though it's Foil Me. But I think a lot of people do Foil Me Foils.
People. Yeah. I think it's because Instagram is so huge for us. It's that's how people know us. Some people are like, "Oh, you're Foil Me Foils." No,
that's right.
"Oh, you're me."
Because I know with yourself, with your social media accounts, you pretty much post all the time. You have all kinds of contests. You have pictures of clients that have used your foils. You just have, you're always active and things like that, which is amazing. And that's kind of, what we want to see. So would you have a tip for any of the viewers watching, just about anything? And that's one other thing you do. Don't you do a tip of the week, tip of the day type thing? Yeah.
I do on Friday nights I come up with my own posts for funny, sort of to make you guys laugh, because I know that it's almost the end of the week.
By Friday, yes.
Getting there, and so I try and make you guys laugh. So and then my inspirational posts that I do as well, that I make up sometimes, but I don't like to bore you guys by having too many inspirational posts. But I guess my biggest tip is, no matter what you do, always have integrity and feel right in your heart. I know it seems really corny, but feel right in your heart about what you're doing.
No, but
if it doesn't feel right.
No, and it's actually true. It's actually true, and I think those are very wise words. And I think it's been amazing. Our time has just flown right by. I thank you, Emily. I know because, even since you started, your business has grown exponentially. It's taken off like crazy. And I know a lot of big things are going to happen, and we'll do some big things, and it's going to be great all around. I want to thank you, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, Brian.